This, everybody, is a spirit tunnel, popularized by the Jennifer Hudson Show. It's where the crew welcomes a special guest by making a cool song or chant that gets them all fired up for an awesome interview with J Hud herself. But what if I could build a definitive system that would let me rank every single spirit tunnel without any of my own biases? Firstly, I had to figure out what made a good spirit tunnel. So I pretty much had to scroll for an hour to form a criteria that I could use for every single one of them. And my findings showed that there wasn't 1, 2, 3, but 8! There was 8 areas that contributed to the perfect spirit tunnel. Number 1, facial expressions. Using my custom meter, the NPH meter, I can figure out where the celebrity sits on here, giving them that score. Number 2, dance, movement, and groove. These celebrities need to do their little boogie going down the chant. They need to make it fit the chant also, and generally the better the dance, the better the score. They need to make an effort with their body. Number 3, noise level. Every spirit tunnel needs spirit, and that's in the form of noise, of music, of sound. So I extract the clip, I look at its audio levels, I average it out, and if it's up there, it's like a 10, and if it's somewhere down there, it's a 4. There's a scale, freaking make some noise when you're down there. Number 4, number of people in the spirit tunnel. This may be the easiest one, but also one of the most annoying to do, because I have to pause, because the person holding the camera moves it away, and I can't really count. If I see them, they're in the spirit tunnel. If they're there and they're not on camera, they don't count. So I count everyone I can see, including the person in the spirit tunnel. Number 5, amount of time spent in the spirit tunnel. So you've got to spend enough time for that chant to hit you and get your spirits up. So if you just walk right through, it's not going to be a good performance. And the spirit tunnel starts when they begin the chant, and it stops when they hit this purple kind of carpet exit area. Number 6, the chant. It's not just up to the celebrity, okay? The crew has to bring their A game and make an innovative chant that's really good to listen to and just pumps everyone up. So I will be looking at the chant too. Number 7, energy. Be energetic. Don't be a sloth. Number 8, own it. I'm including a bonus point, which is the own it point. So to get this, you can do everything previously listed and still score high. But if you don't own it, if you don't make it your own style, you can kiss that win goodbye. Embrace it. Now, applying this criteria to every single spirit tunnel would have taken so long. So there had to be a program I could build that would assess and rank and sort all these different videos, just so I'm not just sitting here for days finally examining and replaying nearly close to 200 TikToks. Right? Nope. Actually, I have 0 IT skills myself. Don't know how to code, don't know how to program a single thing, so I'm going and doing it all myself. Firstly, I open an Excel spreadsheet, just a place to put all my data in, which I appropriately named Book 3. After that, I had to find out how many spirit tunnels are there, because on YouTube there's a playlist with 135, then on TikTok there's a playlist with 161. So, because TikTok, I think they come out on there at first, I decided to scroll through every single TikTok to figure out there's 171 spirit tunnels. The rest of my day was just watch, analyze, score, move on. That's really just what repeated for the next... Wait, is that sexy red? And I finished up the day with just under 40% of the spirit tunnels scored. So we were making progress. Okay, I am not doing these sorts of challenges anymore where I just have to watch things for extended periods of time because I'm just brain rotting. I'm just mindlessly, well, I guess mindfully watching TikTok, which is even worse than mindlessly watching TikTok. Could you possibly believe that? Anyway, before I cook my brain anymore, I'm gonna go rest it by closing my eyes. And when I woke up that morning, I made the decision to lock in. Alright, today's objective is to do all of the data entry. So we're going to watch all the TikToks, put that into the Excel spreadsheet. Then the following day, I'll have a nice graph to look at. But first, I'm in a bit of a predicament. So, what happens if there's multiple celebrities coming down the same spirit tunnel? The way I see it, there's two options. Option one, I take the celebrity that's the most prominent and just do the spirit tunnel about them. Or two, I take the spirit tunnel as a whole and mash the two celebrities or the number of celebrities they are together, and I just rate them as a combined package. The obvious answer is neither of them, okay? I'm not doing either of them. I'm taking each individual celebrity out of every spirit tunnel and averaging the scores out. So everyone will get their own, with only one exception to that rule. I'm not doing the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills! I don't know these women, and there's a lot of them, so they're getting a package deal. That's my exception. That's where I draw the line! Then I went back to grinding out some J Hud TikToks, which I thought I was doing at a very effective pace, except when... Oh my god! Oh, you have no idea how much trouble the drag the slider puzzle has caused me in the last couple of days. TikTok and other platforms do not like bots. So, when I'm using the web browser version of their apps, they want to prove that you're a real person. So they put this fun little slider game in that's totally not annoying at all. And I'm scrolling through the Jennifer Hudson Show page a lot. TikTok just thinks that's the biggest evidence I've ever seen of a bot. So they give me this little puzzle repeatedly over and over again, sometimes 5 minutes apart. I am so sick to death of doing this that sometimes it stops me. I go, I'm gonna need to take a break before I do this puzzle. I've probably given the Jennifer Hudson Show over 1,000 views from just replaying videos, going in and out of old videos, counting them, slowing them down. I have sharing them. I've shared to download them. I think I've made some leaps and bounds for this account, so yeah, J Hud, you're welcome. I continued on with my data entry, making sure to use all my tools. And after about 11 hours of work, I completed my spreadsheet. So I deserved a small rest while you play this little game I made. Oh, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this little segment that I just made up just then called Craziest Things That I've Seen in a Spirit Tunnel. Now, in the Spirit Tunnel, there are some wild things take place. Sometimes celebrities take leap and bounds and they do some shit that I just can't explain. So, it's better just for me to show you. The top 5 starts in 5th place with Anthony Starr doing what I can only assume is the ray gun dance / the worst kangaroo thing. I don't even know what that is. What is that? What am I looking at? In 4th place, we have Big Sean doing a book signing. What is he trying to do? Farm some aura just while he's going down the spirit tunnel? In 3rd place, we have Usher coming out on roller skates and just gliding down the spirit tunnel for whatever reason. I assume just to be all slick and smooth and make me feel bad about not being able to roller skate. In 2nd place, I have Jelly Roll kissing a bald man on his baldness. Right in the top of their head. Mwah, see you later, I'm in a spirit tunnel. Then in 1st place, we have Snoop Dogg holding his gin, coming down the spirit tunnel, doing a little groove, and then he just puts his hand on a pregnant woman's stomach and just feels the baby while holding gin. I don't know if this is strange at all. I just think it's really funny that, I don't know, Snoop Dogg's doing something with the baby. I feel like he's doing something hey, this one will be a weed smoker. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now when I have processed all of the data and I've made a beautiful bar graph. Whoa, that is really a little bit hard to read. There's a lot of names there. It's going to get a little bit confusing. But it does seem that the winner would be the one who's the tallest, right? I've stacked all the numbers up and the tallest tower is the winner. Wrong, okay? Sorry, Adam Devine. But I know you have the biggest tower right now, but that's about to change. Because the majority of his points just came from time, because he spent 90 seconds in the spirit tunnel, does that mean he gets 90 points? No, of course not. So, I created something to counteract them long time spenders. I took the top 10% of overall scorers from the first graph, then looked at their time only, averaged it out. It turns out that 46 seconds is the most optimal time to spend in a spirit tunnel to score the most points. So I went into Tux Paint to create myself somewhat of a bell curve here, and I realized that time spent in the tunnel kind of turned into time management in the tunnel. But anyway, it was important. You don't want to overstay your welcome. So 46 seconds was the gold standard on my bell curve. Now that that mistake was fixed, every major category except one was scored out of 10. So it was going to be more even. The only one that not scored out of 10 was the amount of people in the spirit tunnel, which I'm just going to keep because more people in the tunnel equals more spirit. That's kind of the testament I'm going with that one. So now I had a definite top 3 and bottom 3. We're gonna start with the bottom. Who's the worst of the worst? Third from the bottom was Peter Krause. Now don't get me wrong, he was very respectful in the spirit tunnel itself, but he kind of talked over a bit of the chant and just didn't get down and boogie nearly as enough as he should have. Next up, second from the bottom, was Kristen Bell. She was in the cast of Nobody Wants This, and because of that, I think she rushed her kind of walk a little bit too much, and it just seemed like she wanted to get out of there as quick as she could. And scoring the lowest out of every single spirit tunnel, we have the Property Brothers. By far the worst one, and it wasn't entirely their fault. They came out with so much energy, so much tenacity, it just didn't transfer because there was no chant there. And I suspect they just caught the crew by surprise and they just didn't know what to do. And respect to them, they powered through it and just danced in absolute silence. They should have just went, hey, we're gonna redo that. But they didn't. They just charged right on. Even the caption on the post said the Property Brothers know how to make an entrance. Which is, I guess, true, but not for the right reasons. So, unfortunately, they sit at the bottom of the bar graph, the lowest of the bar graph. But now for the moment you've been waiting for, the top 3. And in third place, we had Adam Devine. Oh my god, he snuck in there still with a huge hit to his time bonus. I don't know how he did it, but he stayed in there. And, well, I think it was a real testament to his amazing dance skills. And he had a lot of charisma in the spirit tunnel. So, hats off to you, Adam Devine. I'm not wearing a hat, but yeah, that's because it's off. And in second place was Kiki Palmer. She had the greatest intro to a spirit tunnel in all of history, and it shows.
I know it ain't Kiki Palmer. You know it's your girl.
God, that's good. That's incredible. You don't get that. You don't get that anymore. And in first place, and they won by an absolute landslide. Drum roll, please. Usher on roller skates. Oh my god. Now this was a fantastic spirit tunnel. Not only did he have like a fun little gimmick that created energy, a huge crowd gave him extra points there, and them dance moves are to die for. And for that reason, scientifically proven, you're the greatest spirit tunnel. Usher, if you're hearing this, take a bow on your roller skates. And the only other thing I have to say in this video is thank you so much for watching, and please consider subscribing because it is completely free and it does help me pay my rent. And if you did like this video, I recommend that video where I rebuild the complete Minecraft movie from only TikTok clips. Or that's what YouTube thinks you'll like. So maybe watch that one. Anyway, see you later guys. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Bye.